Here we are again. I feel like I'm getting so close. I've really allowed myself permission to do the things that I love to do. I'm doing my training. I know that's something that fulfills me. I'm doing my music. That's something that I've put off for so long. But every time I'm considering, like, what is it that really makes me feel whole? That music's always there. And it's something I've been neglecting, because what I found is a lot of times the things that are the most important, they don't feel urgent. But the things that feel really urgent and I'm just reacting, they're not actually that important. So I've been learning a lot. I've been studying a lot of different people, like researching. But now I'm at this place where it's like, I just don't know how to, because I know I work really well off of systems. You know, I was supposed to go to school to be an engineer, but then I realized that that wasn't the path that was going to fulfill me. But I like systems. And there was a point in my life where I let myself go too far away from that side of myself because I thought that it was bad. You know, I got really into all this spiritual stuff, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't be overly analytical about stuff, and it's all just intention and in my heart. And there was a lot of value to that, but now I'm kind of coming full circle because I'm doing these things, but I don't feel this clear sense of direction in my life. And so I came out here, I don't know, something led me out into this woods here. And who knows, you know, maybe there's something I can find in nature that helps me. I do tend to, when I find myself in these places, I do tend to get some kind of answers. So I'm here, I'm asking, come on, I'm here. Show yourself, give me something. Who is that? Johnny?
Brother Nate.
What are you doing out here, my brother?
Hell, I could ask you the same thing.
Man,
you know,
if it isn't him, the nature boy himself.
Good to see you out here. Didn't think you
Good to see you, bro.
Coming out in nature, my brother. You know, I came out here today especially because there was just some things I needed to sit with. And that is why I love coming out in nature, because whenever I have, let's say, a question or something I'm trying to figure out that I don't necessarily know the answer to in my mind, I just come out here, out in the real world, and I say, hey, nature. And I sit. I might go touch a tree, because what this does, and what is very, very important, is it gets you in your heart. And it gets things very, very clear in what you're going through. And honestly, right now, my brother, I kind of feel this energy from you. What are you doing out here?
You know, I came out here just looking for some answers. I've been making a lot of progress in my life, but I'm at this place now where there's just this, there seems like this disconnect, almost like I'm at this crossroads where I know in my heart I'm heading in the right direction, but you know, I'm a guy, I like systems, I like things to have some kind of, you know, something tangible that I can see. It helps me out a lot. So I'm really just trying to connect the dots. So it almost feels a little bit at this crossroads, like, do I just keep going and do I just keep trusting, or is there some kind of way that I can marry these two different sides of me? You know, the sides that's very spiritual and in my heart, but also the side that's analytical and that likes to create systems around things. Because for so long I was so heavy into one side, very logical and analytical, that I neglected my heart. But then I almost swung all the way to the other side of the pendulum, where I was so into my heart and kind of this soul world that I lost touch of that very analytical, logical part of me. But I'm starting to realize now that we can have both, but I just don't know what that looks like. And so I came out here. So I'm wondering, from your experience, brother, is there anything that you can share, any insights, or, you know, just something? I'm out here looking for help anywhere that I can find it. And I know coming out in nature always seems to give me something. So I'm here.
Well, my brother, I'm very confident that you were in the right place. Now, hearing all of that, I've been in that situation many times before, and I do not have a clear answer for you to give you a very clear as to what it is you need to do to focus on that'll marry both and bring everything together. But what I can tell you, and what I do, which really helps me, and is why you were led out to nature, to the real world, is you do have that answer. That answer is right there within you. But sometimes the problem is we get in our way. There's a lot of just stuff in our head, and there's energies all over the place, and nothing's necessarily organized or still or grounded. And that is why nature called you out. So what I would do, my brother, is I would go find a tree. I would get familiar with this tree, say hello, this is a beautiful black cherry. Maybe like you just did to me, talk to it, let it know what kind of you're going through. Touch it and just connect and sit down and then begin to just sit with yourself. And I promise you, as you sit there and you allow whatever comes through and you set that intention, what then unfolds is maybe the answer. Maybe a hint to the answer, maybe directly exactly what you need to think about that then unfolds the answer. Whatever it is, things will become very, very clear, as this is the real world. This is where you get to authentically then connect to your true nature, which will then unfold exactly what you need in that moment. This is very important. This is a very powerful place to remember your own true nature and to become very, very clear on whatever you're going through. Just taking a walk out here with just an intention to be, when it's all said and done, maybe that answer doesn't come to you immediately, but now that you've set the intention, you've cleared that energy within yourself, and now you go home, you're at night, it might come to you because now that floodgate has opened and you're able to receive what is meant for you to receive because you have connected to the real world, to the harmony of everything. And it's very, very beautiful. So I do not have that answer, but you are in the right place to receive that answer. And that answer that you are looking for only ever comes from right here within. And it's very important to get to the very pure place that connects you right there within, because you are within the real world. It's very powerful. So I hope that helps, as it's helped me many times. Thank you, Cherry, as I've sat here many times and just sat. And what has unfolded is something very, very special. So brother, how do you feel hearing that? And does it resonate?
Well, I came here. I'm here. I showed up, and I really love what you said about not necessarily just giving me some kind of answer. Because I guess when I really sit with it, even though, yes, I would love to have some like light bulb breakthrough moment, the more that I'm even just here in this moment and just sitting with it, I'm recognizing more and more, like you said, is very right, that it is here. I don't know where, but I know it is here. And you know, you were pointing out this beautiful tree, and honestly, I've never really tried to connect in this way where I just really am present with a tree or a plant, but it does seem like there could be a lot of power there. And you know, I love what we've been, the kind of work that we've been doing together, and I'm gonna trust you on this one, brother. So let me see what this tree has to offer. I come humbly and just let me do a little connection. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll just put my hand on it or something. That feels right. Wow. There's a lot of power in there.
Yes, brother.
Let me just sit with this for a minute. Wow. And honestly, what I feel arising just being in this moment is you know, genuinely just a rootedness. Just like a sense that everything that I'm looking for is already here in this moment. You know, I'm not necessarily getting these big, like this is exactly what is needed, but it truly does feel, I guess, in the same way that this tree is just trusting. You know, it's just trusting in the existence in itself. You know, it almost feels like a tree doesn't need to be told how to be a tree. The tree is just being a tree because that's in its nature. And I feel like the more I'm just resonating with that, the more I'm resonating the whole purpose of being a human being isn't necessarily because we're supposed to be doing all of these things. What if the sole purpose of being a human being is just to be a human being? Wow. That's very powerful, brother.
Yes, brother.
That's very powerful. And I feel, you know, that feeling when something's right on the tip of your tongue. You know it's right there, but it's just not quite there yet. I'm definitely getting that feeling, and I feel like if I can sit with this for a minute and kind of really allow this experience to marinate and maybe spend a little bit more time in here getting some clarity, I feel like everything I'm looking for is coming to me. And I can start to see, even just drawing the different connections within nature, within this environment where no words need to be spoken, and yet through the silence, everything is known. And so I'm truly feeling that, and like I said, I'm excited to go sit with this and see what comes through. Gratitude, Brother Johnny.
Yes, my brother.
Thank you for showing me the way.
It warms my heart to hear that and to feel that connection that is there. As nature, what I'm getting right now is that it's very happy that we're here. It's very happy that we're open to want to connect and remember this divine connection that we are nature. We are deeply a part of the land. And when we truly just come out with this appreciation and wonder and respect, what unfolds is something very, very beautiful. So I'm very grateful that that is what you received in clarity. And just a message to everybody. Go out in nature. Take a walk by yourself. Come out here and sit by yourself. Like, just connect and respect this magnificent land and world with so much knowledge and intelligence that we are a part of. And it's so beautiful. And like I said, all the answers are right here in this moment. Nature is just being. Again, like you said, we're always trying to do. We come out here, we can deeply learn. And maybe all we need to do is just start being. Blessings. Thank you, nature. I'm grateful. Let's go tap in, brother. Those answers are flowing.